Hello members, good morning. Thank you for joining my channel. This video is specially for you. I hope overall मजा आ रहा है. आज कल मैंने हाईलाइट किया था जो हमारे चैनल पे कि देयर इज अ विक्स का स्पाइक बैक डाउन हो रहा है, तो मार्केट में एक रिलीफ रैली एक्सपेक्टेड है और वही रिलीफ रैली हैज अराइव्ड. बट वो बहुत बहुत टेंशन दिया है. लाइक जो लोग अभी भी लॉन्ग होल्ड कर रहे हैं, बात सुन के निकले नहीं, दे गॉट अ झटका जिसको बोलते हैं. सो आफ्टर दिस झटका, दिस रिलीफ रैली उनको थोड़ा शांति डालेगा. बट ओवरऑल वोलेटिलिटी हाई है, तो आपको अगर बेटर प्राइस मिल जा रहा है, मैं रिस्क रिडक्शन ऑलवेज रिकमेंड करूंगा. बट जब तक और भी कंफर्म ना हो जाते कि वोलेटिलिटी थोड़ा कम हो जाए. बट ये वीडियो मेंबर्स मैं एक स्पेशल चीज हाईलाइट और एक स्पेशल चार्ट दिखाने के लिए किया हूं, और वीडियो का नाम है इट इज टाइम. So it is time. In this video, I want to ask कि what is the time? क्या है ये time? Over the past 1.5 years, almost since especially July 2022, हम लोग recessionary cycle में घुस गए as per history. And in the recessionary cycle का पहला phase होता है euphoria phase, which is very very bullish. Very bullish phase for equities and mainly risky assets. It's not just equities. So risky assets का one major part होता है stocks and equities. And just have a look at the chart, how the stocks have done since July 2022. Will you consider that a massive run? Let's look at some of the charts. Let's make, this is my setup. आप लोग जानते ही हैं, जो लोग नहीं जानते हैं, this is my fountain of gold setup. और इसको आप indicators में invite only में जाके, if you go there, you choose SD Rainbow Wave version 1 and SD RSI X, you can create this fountain of gold. तो उसमें let's look at RVNL, रेल विकास निगम लिमिटेड स्टॉक. बहुत ही पॉपुलर है ये स्टॉक. So let's look at how it has done in since July 2022. और जो लोग मेरे क्लास किए हैं, they know that I give this with evidence, all the teachings. So July 2022 is here. 30 rupees stock is becoming almost 500-600 rupees. If that is not euphoria rally or a massive equity rally, then I don't know what you will call a massive equity rally. So 30 rupees, it's almost 20 times the stock is becoming. So it's a massive rally. Now, as I said that we are in a recessionary cycle, while the first phase is very bullish, however, the second phase is not. The second phase, we usually go for the downturn, crash, recession, job losses. And उसके लिए different spread को मैं देखते रहता हूँ, which will give idea about how this events usually unfolds. So one of the special way I look at ये chart को मैं देखता हूँ, तो ये देखिए क्या ब्यूटीफुल एक लंबा कैंडल वाला एक नाइस पैटर्न दिख रहा है ना. एंड इट इज बिन बियरिश, वॉट एवर विच एवर चार्ट, जो भी चार्ट हो ये. दिस इज यूएस 10 year -2 year इंटरेस्ट रेट्स. सो जितना भी चार्ट जैसा भी हो, एटलीस्ट ये पता चल रहा है कि दिस इज बियरिश बिकॉज रेड कैंडल ड्रॉपिंग, रेड बियरिश फेज एटसेट्रा. And now after this is whatever security this is actually now going up. That's why we have a buy signal, bull trend, etc. Buy signal, now background is green, means short trend is turning bullish. So let's look at if we had this kind of pattern anytime back in history. So let's go back. This is, first of all, last time we had a crash was COVID-19. So कोविड-19 को हम लोग थोड़ा मार्क करेंगे. Let's go to vertical cross, and COVID was in the March of 2020. So August, July, April, March. This is where the crash started. Means when it is in more in the bullish side, whatever the spread is. Now, let's look at if anytime if we see this pattern, have we seen anything like this historically? Looks like yes. And when was this? Interestingly, 2008. And when it happened, let's mark it. 1st January 2008. This is where Alma. Now, what is this? 2001 dot-com bubble. When it did start? Here. So though it differentiates, we can see a pattern that when things are turning bullish for this one, then it is not a good news for our risky assets. We are a very, very important turn. We are not almost there yet, but we are at a very important turn. My focus has turned into equity reduction. Anyway, जो लोग मेरे asset allocation video follow करते हैं, आप लोग जानते हैं मैं equity में short हो चुका हूँ. I've shorted Nasdaq, S&P, Dow, जो अभी square off हो चुका है कल VIX में spike के बाद बड़ा spike, and I've also squared off the VIX. VIX में मैं volatility index, VIX is the ETF exchange traded fund, उसके जरिए as bullish, I've squared off the VIX. जब भी spike मिलता है VIX, we don't need the exit from the rainbow setup. Whenever there's a spike in the VIX, that's a good time to do some exit. If you have entered early, you are in a very good profit. It's a very good time to square off. If it goes up again, yeah, you can add, or you wait for a VIX to come down, give you another re-entry point, and then you add again. So overall, जो मैं बताना चाह रहा हूं कि we are at a very, very important juncture, और उसके साथ साथ important indices में this kind of sell-off, this kind of topping जो दिख रहा है weekly chart में, this is a sell signal, may not be a very strong one yet. Let's bring on the table to understand कि कितना strong है. Probability को एक बार देखेंगे. And table को थोड़ा बड़ा कर देते हैं so that you all can see. So probability of a sell is currently almost equal. Sell consolidation, jitne, it's almost a mixed market. Though we have a sell signal, we might see some correction. But this is definitely some sort of important top, because this sell signal is far more stronger than this one. But this long-term trend line, if I look at, this is still a bit far away. थोड़ा दूर है ये. It is a bit far away. And further, मतलब यहीं से this may not be the topmost point. It's a high probability, एक बहुत important top है. मार्केट में go for a double top structure and later drop, क्योंकि अभी तक सिग्नल का सुपर कंफर्मेशन मुझे नहीं मिला है. But we have entered the risk zone now. जो लोग मेरे क्लास किए हैं, you know this, what I mean. Exact pinpointing is not possible. We have actually entered the risk zone from July to the next June 2025. This is going to be a very vantage important point, जिसके time में we can see this recession or the market crash unfold as per the historical structure. In 2020, it was quite clear, quite obvious that it was COVID-19 is the trigger for the major crash. While it is not so clear, ये clear नहीं होता in other times, like right now, there are many things, geopolitics, the Middle East is heating up, and along with other areas, as well as what's happening with near our neighboring country, Bangladesh, it's all our geopolitical troubles are surfacing and increasing heat in different parts of the world, which may connect and lead to a much bigger conflict. In midst of that, US election year. This is a US election year coming up. So our global policy, it is definitely going to have an impact. Another one is China. China, despite all the metal buying stimulus, it could not boost its economy. Implosion. This is another major factor which is quite bearish for Asian currencies. And the other final one is the interest rate shock. Someone is defaulting on the debt and the crisis is spreading. बट इफ ही उसके लिए इंटरेस्ट रेट्स अगर ऊपर जाता इन जनरल तब जाके वो थ्योरी और स्ट्रॉन्ग होता. बट इंटरेस्ट रेट एक स्टेडीली ड्रॉप हुआ है और अभी जस्ट समवॉट एग्जिट दिया है कि पार्शियल एग्जिट की प्रॉफिट बुक. बट अदरवाइज looks like interest rates are going to decline, go for a bigger decline towards 3.4 area. So with longer term interest rates decline, the depressionary scenario जो मैंने highlight किया था class पे, that is now coming down, but we have more towards the recessionary possibility. जिस तरह historically unfold होता है recession, उसी तरह इस बार भी हो रहा है. अभी तक deviations है, every time there are deviations होता है, कभी COVID, कभी mortgage bubble. But the overall structure wise लग ही रहा है we are heading towards that vantage point. और इस moment पे since हम लोग का risk zone चालू हो गया, that risk on चालू हो गया, we have to be very careful of each bear that is coming up. We cannot be wishful thinkers anymore कि market में that rally is coming. If it goes up, those are gifts. You will take it with smaller quantity, smaller risk. But now I think risk has gone up. Your portfolio of equity needs some review. We had a great run from July 2022 to this point. It was an awesome move. Now the risk has to be cut because we are, as per me, I still say don't trade based on listening to me, but this will be my take that we have moved to a major significant point yesterday. With this spread जो मैं आप लोगों को दिखा चुका हूं, it significantly turning positive. So be careful, be cautious, all the best. We have entered very likely the second phase, and now things are going to increase. The volatilities, the uncertainties, they are going to rapidly increase. So that's all friends, that's all. Thank you so much for joining my channel. अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आ रहा है, don't forget to like this video. All the best from my side, and as always, happy trading.